Chapter 36, City Lockdown. This chapter is updated by Novels.pl. PFFT. A thunder arrow was released. It thrust into the ancient roan antelope carriage and passed through the vest of the 8th prince. The arrowhead exploded. It turned into a fist-sized ball of electricity and released shafts of lightning that left a bloody bowl-sized wound on the 8th prince's back. Crash! A short and chunky dark shadow dashed into the carriage. The sword flashed, and the head of the 8th prince had been cut off and put inside a beast skin bag. The assassin chuckled darkly. He carried the bag with the 8th prince's head and sprinted out of the ancient roan antelope carriage. In an instant, he had disappeared into the dark. Yun noticed that there were strange noises. She stopped the carriage and asked, "My 8th prince, what happened? Is everything okay?" Hearing no reply from the 8th prince, she lifted the curtain slowly and carefully. Inside, she saw a headless body. The carriage was all covered with blood and looked extremely horrifying. "Help!" Yun screamed and passed out from fear. Two dark shadows, one tall and one short, flitted across Yanwu City and soon reached the side of the moat. Han Qingluo crossed her hands behind her back. Her tall figure under the moonlight cast a long shadow on the ground. She stood under the willow next to the riverside. Her eyes stared at the moon reflecting on the river's surface and she quietly asked, "Did you complete your mission, Miss Han?" "The mission was a lot easier than we expected. We cut off his head with one single stroke. He didn't even have a chance to fight back," the tall man in black said. The other man in black laughed and said, "What kind of prodigy is he that he can't even put up a fight? He is a complete joke." Han Qingluo nodded slightly and said, "Both of your cultivations are at the completion of the Yellow Realm as well as professional assassins. Killing him is surely not a difficult task. Anyway, have you brought his head?" "Yes, we've brought it here." The lanky man in black took out the beast skin bag, placed it on the ground and opened it. A human head covered with blood was exposed. Han Qingluo looked into the bag. Her countenance shifted slightly and coldly asked, "Are you sure the one you killed is the 9th prince?" Both men in black were frightened when they looked inside the bag. Their hearts skipped when they realized that they had killed the wrong person. They shivered, kneeled down instantly, and said, "Miss Han, please give us one more chance. We will make sure to bring back the 9th prince's head." "You two have no more chances." Han Qingluo shook her head slightly and said, "This is such a huge mistake, killing the 8th prince rather than the 9th prince. I will be punished for your mistake. Do you really think you two will still have a chance to live? Please, Miss Han, spare us, Miss Han." All of a sudden, both assassins jumped up high at the same time like lightning and struck out as fast as they could toward Han Qingluo. They had no choice as they had failed the mission and had killed the 8th prince instead. Having made such a massive mistake, they would both certainly be killed by Han Qingluo. If they were going to die anyway, why not make a last bid for their lives? Once they killed Han Qingluo, they would escape immediately and hide forever after away from Yanwu City. The world was big enough that even the queen with her great power would never be able to find them. Moreover, Han Qingluo's cultivation was at the completion of the Yellow Realm, the same as the two assassins. Indeed, if the assassins cooperated together and took Han Qingluo by surprise, there was a chance that they could kill her. Han Qingluo sneered. She turned 5 of her fingers into a claw shape with her nails becoming razor sharp. PFFF. Her claw punched through the lanky man in black's chest, taking his bloody heart along with it. The lanky man in black looked at Han Qingluo, who was crushing his heart helplessly. He felt a sharp pain in his chest and fell flat on the ground. Next, Han Qingluo struck out with her other hand, wrapping it with a layer of icy cold genuine qi. Boom! Her palm, which was sharper than a knife, passed through the air and sent the stocky man in black's head flying away. Although Han Qingluo and the two assassins were at the same level of cultivation, the completion of the Yellow Realm, Han Qingluo was much more powerful. Even if 7 or 8 more warriors of the same level attacked her at the same time, they would not be strong enough to defeat her. She specialized in the killing technique. It was well known that once she fought, certainly there would be blood. The 8th prince has been killed. This will definitely shock Yanwu City, and now there will be no chance to assassinate the 9th prince. I need to return to the palace and report what has happened to the queen so that we can prepare counter-strategies. Han King Luo threw the 2 dead bodies into the moat. After she wiped the blood from her hands, she turned into a green shadow and flew to the palace. Through the communication with Zuoen, Zhang Yuochen understood and learned a lot about inscriptions. At the same time, Zuoen mentioned a lot of information about refining weapons, which also piqued Zhang Yuochen's interests a little. Zhang Yuochen left the Federation of Inscription while Shan Xiangling stayed behind to get better acquainted with the art of refining weapons. When Zhang Yuochen left the Federation of Inscription, he looked around but could not see Yan. He frowned and said, "Where is Sister Yan? Has she left early to return to the palace?" But she shouldn't have done so. Zhang Yuochen did not think too much of it, as the martial market was a safe place to visit. He thought that Yan must have had something urgent to deal with and left him without notice. Following that, he went to the pill market, planning to buy some higher-grade pills to enhance his ability while practicing. This was the second time he had visited Qingxuan Pavilion. When he walked in the front door, Mo Hanlin welcomed him with pleasure and asked, "9th Prince, are you looking for pills again?" "My mistress has already informed me that my 9th Prince will receive a half-price discount when buying any pills." "Your mistress is so generous." Zhang Yuochen responded with surprise. Mo Hanlin narrowed his eyes, smiling and said, "My mistress is hardly lavish with her hospitality toward customers. Only the 9th Prince will be able to enjoy such treatment." Zhang Yuochen asked, "How much is a triple purity genuine chi pill?" A triple purity genuine chi pill was classified as a second-class pill. Its effect was the same as the energy pill but 10 times stronger in power. Moreover, the genuine chi produced by taking a triple purity genuine chi pill was purer than that of an energy pill. 5,000 silver coins for 1 pill. Mo Hanlin extended 5 fingers and waved them at Zhang Yuochen. It was so expensive. Such a supreme class of this pill, even the prodigies from the large-scale family could not take it every day. It was said that they were given a triple purity genuine chi pill every 6 months. Weapon refiners and alchemists sure made a lot of money. "I want to buy 10 of them," Zhang Yuochen said without hesitation. 10 triple purity genuine chi pills. Mo Hanlin recorded it down in his notebook and asked, "My 9th Prince, do you need any other pills?" "Please give me 100 second-class blood pills," Zhang Yuochen replied. The blood pills that Zhang Yuochen had bought last time were already used up. He needed to buy some more this time. With his current martial arts cultivation, he was able to digest the spiritual blood of the second-class blood pills. An ordinary warrior in the completion of the Yellow Realm usually took first-class blood pills. Yet, Zhang Yuochen did not care how much he had to spend in order to buy the pills. He was more than willing to pay for any pills that could enhance his cultivation within a short period of time. Although the price of a second-class blood pill was more expensive than a first-class blood pill, it was also more beneficial toward the human body. The spiritual blood of a first-class blood pill could only provide the energy that warriors needed for a day. However, a second-class blood pill could supply warriors with enough energy to last them 3 days. 30 silver coins for a second-class blood pill. Altogether 100 pills. Mo Hanlin also marked it down in his notebook. Zhang Yuochen continued searching on the counter. Suddenly, he saw the elephant fire pill, a third-class pill that could facilitate a warrior to refine their body. At the moment, Zhang Yuochen needed to reinforce his physique urgently. The stronger the body, the better for practicing martial arts in the future. It was said that if practicing martial arts was like constructing a building, the most important part was the foundation. The more solid the foundation was, the higher the building could be constructed. Practicing the Yellow Realm meant refining one's body. Through opening the meridians, it enabled the warriors to build a solid foundation for practicing martial arts. "How much is an elephant fire pill?" asked Zhang Yuochen. Mo Hanlin's eyes flashed and he explained, "The elephant fire pill is a third-class pill. It is made of the marrow and blood of elephants. Moreover, fire lotus, a very expensive ingredient, has been added into the pill. Hence why it costs 80,000 silver coins for 1 pill." Zhang Yuochen was going to buy it no matter how costly the pill was. He asked, How many triple purity elephant fire pills do you have in stock? 7. This is all we have in Qingxuan Pavilion, said Mo Hanlin. Good. I'm buying them all. Zhang Yuochen said. Besides that, Zhang Yuochen bought 20 bottles of marrow washing liquid and a bottle of healing pills. Click, clack. Mo Hanlin was holding an abacus and he calculated for a while. He said, 10 triple purity genuine she pills, 50,000 silver coins. 100 second class blood pills, 3,000 silver coins. 7 elephant fire pills, 560,000 silver coins. 20 bottles of marrow washing liquid, 4,000 silver coins. 10 saint stone pill, 20,000 silver coins. The total cost is 637,000 silver coins. With the half-price discount, that will be 318,500 silver coins. Although Zhang Yuochen had anticipated that it would be costly, the cost after the discount surprised him. He could not believe he had just spent 300,000 silver coins for the pills. 7 elephant fire pills were very expensive, which brought up the total price. Luckily, Mistress Qi offered him a half-price discount, so the final amount was still fairly acceptable for him. If I take all 7 elephant fire pill and digest them completely, I'm sure that my physical quality will reach the level of my last lifetime. Zhang Yuochen thought. After paying 318,500 silver coins to Qingxuan Pavilion, there were only 800,000 silver coins left in Zhang Yuochen's total assets. They were also all stored at the Martial Market Bank. When Zhang Yuochen just left the Qingxuan Pavilion, he saw a group of soldiers clad in armor on horseback. They were rushing through the main street and had kicked up a huge cloud of dust. There was a warrior on the side looking at the rushing soldiers and whispered, "I can't believe there's someone who is brave enough to kill the 8th prince." The city is under lockdown now. Even the exit and entrance of the Martial Market are closed. The 8th prince has been killed. Zhang Yuochen remembered that he saw the 8th prince at the Federation of Inscription. How was it possible that he had been killed not long after? Boom! A group of soldiers rushed toward Zhang Yuochen and kneeled down neatly in front of him. Among the soldiers, there was an elder eunuch who stood at the front and greeted Zhang Yuochen with courtesy and said, "My 9th prince, His Majesty summons you to return the palace promptly."